speaking on behalf of the California Freedom Coalition.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is David Gregory. I'm representing the California Freedom Coalition, but more so, I'm here as a secessionist. I'm here as somebody who completely, from the bottom of my heart, since high school, and I'm old. If I don't look old, I'm pretty old. From my freshman year of high school, has absolutely supported and had this as my personal dream for California. And there's many reasons behind that. We all know the reasons. We could go backward and forward and talk about representation. We can go backward and forward and talk about how the federal government is 3,000 miles away to give up about us. But what I really want to talk about the most is I'm from Paradise, California. I barely made it down that damn mountain. I sat there and almost lost my life with thousands of other people on the side of a ridge. I had a federal president come into my community, mispronounce my town's name, and tell us it was our fault because we didn't break the federally managed forest, and their people believe it. They still sit up there and buy it. They look at the ashes of their homes and drive by it every day. Many of them had to relocate out of California, had to move to the East Coast, had to go with family, had to live on the streets. My problem, and I don't want to put any shade on anybody, is it was a missed opportunity. We can't afford to have any more missed opportunities. What are we waiting for? How many more kids in cages? How many more, you know they're talking about interning the homeless, putting them in camps. Do you have any doubt in your mind right now with the intentions of this federal president that that's not possible? Do you think that the Supreme Court of the United States, with how it's been slided, is going to put a big foot down and stop it? Or were you like me watching the Chief Justice of the United States pretty much watch a kangaroo court happen on an impeachment? We have no more time, guys. We're running out of it. We can't miss opportunity. When we miss opportunity, we degrade our own legitimacy. You could do so much more. We could go online and we could have perpetual dialogue with people and argue with the trolls all day long. We can argue about, well, they'll throw immediate, well, California has a homeless problem or this or that. We could go back and forward, but it's not going to do what showing up to a disaster and handing out a water bottle will do. Had we had every group up there, all of us, not even with money, just showing up, hugs. We've got you. We're here for you. We know this is why we want to fix this. That speaks volumes. We're only hearing each other in an echo chamber online. There's only as far as Facebook's going to get us. There's only as far as Twitter's going to get us. If we're not there when it falls apart, why would they trust us? We are asking the people of the greatest region on earth, and I do believe that. We are asking the people, some of the brightest, brilliant, most diverse people on earth, to risk all for us, to believe in us and support us to create a nation state. Something that will protect them, that will house them, that will offer them shelter, programs, defense, social programs, equity. And they've been hustled their whole lives. I don't know about you, but have you ever been ripped off? Do you trust that person ever again? Or anyone who looks like them? No, your guards are up. Why would they trust us without legitimacy? Why would they trust us if they don't see us doing it first? Action speaks louder than words, and I know you've heard that before. These are these old-time things that we've been told a million times. Actions speak louder than words. Every day, we could drive around and see those camps grow. Every day, more Californians are pushed to the street because they can't make it. We cannot be put in a position to defend the state of California when we want to become the nation state of California. Not a state within the United States, but our own entity. For that, we need legitimacy, and we need capacity. We have to be able to do what we say. We have to be able to take very complex issues, and we face some of the most complex, dire issues in the world right now. Right now. They can't wait for 10 years. They just can't. If you'd asked me 4 years ago, I'd have said, slow it down, guys. Let's slow down. Let's slow down. I thought Trump would be bad. I thought that, we were sliding off a bit and stuff, checks and balances and forget about that, guys. That's over. The republic's pretty much dead at that point. There is no separation. There are no checks on executive power. And it's not the first time this is happening. It's happening all over in the world, all over. You can look to Turkey right now and see it happening. You can go to Brazil right now and see it happening. And liberal regimes are sprouting up all over. It is a wave. And we're right there with them. The question for us Californians, are we going to ride that wave, or are we going to push up against it and build a damn seawall? What are we waiting for? Do we need to lose 2 more cities? I could go every day and drive through 25,000 burned homes. Those are my neighbors, guys. I knew them. I was running for office up there. I went down and talked to these guys. I watched them all relocate to Walmart in a parking lot and then get kicked out by their city from the Walmart and told go somewhere else after they lost all. Nobody was there for them. If we were there for them, you wouldn't be able to pull them away. We need to be seen as the good guys. How do you be seen as the good guys, guys? By being the freaking good guys. That's exactly how you get seen as the good guys. We need to go down to the homeless camps. If they're having issues, being fed, if they're trying to pass a law saying we can't feed them, bring a bunch of sandwiches, let's do the night in jail together. I will freaking go to lock up with you. I promise you. I will sit there with you. We can't be pushed around. It takes guts, it takes conviction, and it takes truthfulness. We have to complex very, very confusing problems and find very confusing, complex solutions, and then we have to figure out how to package that in a simple manner to where an 8th grader would understand it. Because that right there is our problem. We could sit here a bunch of political junkies right now, and I could talk about legitimacy, capacity. I could talk about the erosion of legitimacy in institutions. You guys know what I'm talking about. Nobody here would be confused. Everybody out there would. Everybody would sit there. As soon as I said capacity, they'd be like, wait a minute. We need to break down these problems with realistic solutions, simple solutions, and we can't rely. It was beautifully put before. I couldn't say it better, Michael. I really couldn't. We can't use the state of California as a blueprint to what we want to do. The state of California has a lot of failures itself. And there's a lot of problems that we can't rely on the state to fix. That's why we need to be a nation. You know this thing right here? One of the most complex devices ever made, right? Seriously. So much power. From this thing right here, I can FaceTime somebody in Bangkok, Thailand, instant communication right there. See the details on his face in 1080p HD resolution. I don't know how that works. I'd be hard-pressed to explain what was inside a cell phone. Does that matter? No, I could use it. I don't need to know how to program to use a phone. We need to take our brains and everybody we have in here and figure out all that complex stuff that we have and how to relay that in a simple manner, in an easy solution, in a believable solution to gain the legitimacy of the people that we hope to serve, we hope to represent, and we hope to help lead to a better tomorrow. If we could do this, we got that. If we go in 5 different directions, we're done. So I'm really glad we're having this unity meeting. I'm really glad to see you. I think of you all as patriots. I adore you all. I love every interaction online, even when we don't agree, even when it goes south, because it makes me rethink things, and it makes me see a future. Love you guys, man. Thank you.